Hey Tom, thanks. I'm on Ann Avenue in Sherwood, not far from that gas station I just showed you, and I'm here with a neighbor in this area. What is your name?
Gwen Johnson.
And tell me, what did you experience when the tornado rolled through?
Well, when the first warning went out, we kind of looked and, we weren't too much worried. But then when they said it had hit McCain, you can see from there it coming towards us. So as it got closer, that's when we knew to take cover. So once we took cover, we felt the house lift up and then down. And then we waited a while before coming out. And when we came out, the house was damaged.
Right, when I pulled up onto the street, first thing I saw was your garage. Your roof is completely gone. And then you also showed us the backyard,
Yes.
which things are scattered everywhere.
Right, and it's kind of unsafe in the back because the complete deck is gone. And then they're in the kitchen, there's water coming through, so I'm flooding inside the house because there's holes in the house now. So
what are your steps moving forward? I see people are trying to get trees out of the road.
We're trying right now. I've been trying to get a hold of Red Cross, trying to get a hold of my insurance company, because according to the fire department, this is not a safe, we cannot stay here. It is completely not livable. So that's what we're trying to do now before it gets dark. Also, we're trying to see if we can get help. They're saying that we should at least try to put tarp somewhere on the top to avoid more water damage just in case it rains later on tonight. So we're just trying our best.
I wish you the best of luck with this.
Oh,
It's a
I
lot to deal
appreciate
with,
y'all.
and your neighbors are in the same boat here.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a long cleanup day ahead here in Sherwood. I'll go ahead and send it back to you guys. I'll have more live reports coming up.
Brooke Buckner, whose dad is a legend. He tracked many tornadoes in Arkansas during his time here at THV 11. Brooke Buckner out there with us, and also Frederick Price and Ian Russell covering storm damage and reports over 600 injuries from today's tornado that moved through Pulaski County. Tornado warning continues to our northeast over just a very small part of Lonoke County, and they're going to allow that to expire according to the National Weather Service. This is that area that's north of Cabot. You're getting into White County, Woodruff County. This is where we find a tornado warned storm, severe thunderstorm warnings, clusters of severe thunderstorms, large hail possible, and at any moment, we're keeping a close eye on these. They could produce a tornado. Also a little bit here in northern Pulaski County that is moving into southern Faulkner County. I think this is probably the back edge. This has still got another 2 or 3 hours to go before we can sound the all clear. We're going to keep a close eye. Now, you folks in Clarendon and Stuttgart, Pine Bluff, DeWitt, Star City, you're not out of the woods on this. The Storms Prediction Center had a high risk of severe weather here for tornado-driven storms. So these storms, as they tap into the upper level wind field, could get stronger, could produce tornadoes. So we're going to keep it here. And with when the tornado warning expires, we're going to keep tracking these storms. We'll pull in Craig O'Neill and Faith Woodard and just get an update as to what's happening around town. So you folks prepare for that up there in the booth, because I think they're going to let this warning until 5:15. Next 6 minutes are going to let this expire. Nathan?
And Tom, we continue to get some video and pictures on our THV 11 Facebook page. I want to show this one.
Sure.
This really shows significant damage around Reservoir Road. So let's go ahead and go to Storm Track 11. This person, John
Goodness.
Elcher, and significant damage. And this is, if you're thinking about where this is located, this is just up the road from Walgreens and those areas into the Rodney Parham area off Reservoir Road. So this is significant damage. Definitely looks like EF2 damage, could be EF3 damage. Thank you for sending in that video to us. Make sure you are safe, first of all, but here's some other pictures. This is from Mallory, and this is from Jacksonville.
Oh, wow.
Significant damage in Jacksonville. So this tornado was on the ground for a long period of time, certainly did produce significant damage across a large part of Little Rock Metro. And once again, make sure you are safe. Go ahead and send your reports and pictures. 501-376-1111 is going to be the best way to do that, or you can post them on our Facebook page. Looking at that one severe thunderstorm warning, getting pretty close to Sheridan. Don't like what I see there, Tom. Looks like it's trying to definitely intensify and may try to spin up something pretty quickly here as it starts to approach Sheridan. So even though they're not under tornado warning at this time, that's something to watch, and this can be make its way from Grant County into Jefferson County.
Right there.
And then there's that latest happening into Pulaski County, moving into Lonoke County.
Yeah, Grant, Jefferson County, The severe thunderstorm warning continues. That's his tornado possible with this. We're going to check in with Ian Russell, who is out Merrill Lynn and Green Mountain Drive. Nathan, I think the images you had. Okay, we're going to stop. The images you had, I think, may have been from that area, Merrill Lynn, Green Mountain Drive. It looked about like that area. We're going to hold off on going to Ian Russell for right now. Okay, all right. Y'all get ready to roll in Faith and Craig. Maybe they have some input. We're going to keep a close eye on these two storms. This one toward the England area, Lonoke County, showing that appendage. And also the strongest one I think that we have that does bear significant watching here with Sheridan, Grant County. Sheridan, severe thunderstorm warning, but at any time this may produce a tornado. There's not a warning there, but rotation is coming together. And then more storms out over northern Clark and Hot Spring County. These storms moving to the east-northeast. A little more activity in northern Pulaski County, non-severe at this time. Again, we're keeping a very close eye on these two storms. The warning is going to be allowed to expire, that tornado warning, just a little bit upstream from the central part of the state here, parts of Lonoke and White counties. That will be allowed to expire at 5:15. And that's what we've had for you this afternoon. Once again, okay, we have Frederick Price who's joining us. Now, where is Frederick located? I know he's in West Little Rock, Rodney Parham area. Frederick has been covering stuff this afternoon. Frederick?
Hey, Tom, yeah, we've walked a little further down Reservoir Road, and we can see this is an apartment complex. It is called Red Crest, and you can really see just the damage that this storm has really caused. A tree has snapped, and it has fallen in front of this apartment, and some distance away. I don't know if my photojournalist John Young can see this, but it appears that part of the roof of this apartment has been torn off, too. Right now, people who live here are just kind of trying to clean up and figure out what is going on. The wind is kind of picking up here, so a lot of the debris that we see, tree limbs and insulation from roofs and roofing material on the ground, is kind of spreading every which way. And you can take a look at this power line too. This tree fell on this power line and impacting power here too. Some power lines just down the way were snapped too. But I must say, really just coming here and just trying to understand, what the people who were inside of these homes in this apartment complex has gone through. I mean, it's just really unthinkable. Fortunately, we haven't heard of any injuries right now. We're trying to check to see if anyone was injured in this area, and we're going to hopefully have some information in our next hit. But right now, it is just a cleanup process for these people here on Reservoir Road.
All right, Frederick, thank you. Let's give you an update on what's going on before we take it out to Ian Russell. The severe thunderstorm near Sheridan has the potential of producing baseball-sized hail, very large hail here. This is near Dogwood. Here's Crossroads, Sheridan, just to the north and east. This severe thunderstorm warning, very strong, could also produce a tornado. No tornado warning yet, but large hail is our main concern. Those purples right there, that would indicate we're finding the large hail within this particular severe thunderstorm. Right now, we want to turn things to Ian Russell, Merrill Lynn, Green Mountain Drive area. Let's turn it to Ian.
Hey, Tom, yeah, back here at the Waterford Apartments. This is where we've seen a lot of the damage, as well as that storm has moved through West Little Rock. This concrete barrier right here is the side of the apartment. So as we look a little bit further over, I mean, this is just, I don't think words really describe it. That's kind of what we've been hearing from people, is that words don't describe this. I mean, it was terrifying as this storm moved through. I mean, I've seen, there's fences down here. There are trees that are uprooted. Families' lives have been uprooted. We saw a man a little bit ago down here with his dogs just kind of getting out of the remnants of his house. I mean, a lot of first responders and emergency crews, as they've been out here trying to help people and assist as that storm, or after that storm moved through. We can still hear the sounds of chainsaws as they kind of clean up the streets and just try to work on getting some people out and just getting them the help that they need. So you've heard all of us say this today. I mean, it's going to be a long recovery process. This storm obviously did not leave a small path of destruction. It's a big one. I mean, people are going to be cleaning up for a while here. So, I mean, just, it's a lot. I really don't know the words to, I'm almost at a loss for words of how to describe this. So, Tom, why don't we go and send it back to you?